Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you 11 different websites where you can get free SVG files that you can then import into Canvas Workspace and of course cut out on your ScanNCut. Now this is by no means an exhaustive list of websites that are available which do include SVG files for free, but this is just a selection of those that I use on a more frequent basis. Please keep in mind that if you are going to be using the files to create projects that are for commercial use, that you've checked the terms and conditions. Some will require licenses and some are strictly for personal use. If you're just using them to create projects for family, friends, or just for your own self, then you don't really need to worry. Do keep in mind, though, also that you should not share the files themselves with anyone else. Instead, if you want, for example, to send to a friend a file that you would like them to also create, just send them the link to the website. Right, so let's get started. And the first of the websites, and they are in no particular order, is this. This is Dreamingtree's website. As you can see here in the search engine, it is actually 3dsvg.com. But don't worry, if you just type in Dreamingtree, it will direct you to the proper website. Now, as you can see here, there are details of a free gift that actually comes with this bundle that you see. So that's how you would get a free gift with that bundle. But if you're just looking for the free SVG files, which you don't have to make any purchase, click here. You'll need to create an account, which is free to do, and then you can download over 150 free SVG files. And they are, as it says here, compatible with your brother ScanNCut. Another nice thing about this site is, if I just click on this latest upload, which is the diamond treat box, you'll see there's a video. And this is an assembly video, which comes with each file. So all the free files as well as the purchase files come with an assembly tutorial, which is very nice indeed for helping you put this together. And as I said, there are so many files that are available to you free, and be sure to check the terms and conditions for the licensing agreement if you want to use these for a commercial purpose. You'll see you've got boxes and cards, and in some cases you even have printables in here. And they're really cute as well. There are some that are very simple, others are quite complicated or a little more complicated, but the great thing about this site is that the video tutorial will help you if you are struggling in any way. So that is Dreamingtree. Next, we have Printable Cuttable Creatables. These also are free files in here. Some you have to purchase, of course. There are free SVG files. And I've clicked on there. You can see, again, some are printables and some are cutouts or cutting files. And you see there were some for Easter and spring, some are sentiments. We even have an envelope. So if you're making A2 cards and you'd like a file for the envelope, you could actually download that as well. just click on that and we'll take a look. You'll see that in some cases you might need a commercial license. This includes a limited commercial license in which you can sell up to 50 units with credit given. Okay, and if you want to sell more, then all you need to do is click here. You'll see you can get an extended license, and I think they also offer like a bundle for licenses as well. So have a look through that. It's fairly well laid out, easy to follow. And another thing is, if you sign up for their newsletter, then every Friday you'll get notification of a free SVG cutting file. So right into your email box. Next is Jennifer Maker. Now, Jennifer Maker is a very well-known Cricut expert. And though this site looks like, well, this is all to do with Cricut, it really doesn't matter that it is Cricut related, because all these SVG files will also work in Canvas Workspace and on your ScanNCut. Now, it is a lot going on here, but if you just go to libraries here and get a password, then you can send your name, and all you have to do is send your first name and your email address, and Jennifer will send you a password into the resource library. And here's the resource library here. It's open and free to everyone, as it says there, and she has dozens and dozens of projects. And in many cases, she also has video tutorials. Sometimes they are PDF type tutorials or they're on screen tutorials, but she has step-by-step instructions for the majority of these. I mean, some are going to be very straightforward, but others you might need some help, and in that case you can find the video tutorials. So let's take a look at, we'll just take a look at this door hanger. Okay, now this is available as an SVG file, also as a file for silhouette, or even PDF. So if you don't really want a cutting file, you just want the PDF, you could do that as well. So if we go into here, I'm already logged in. All you have to do is just download it directly to your machine or to your device. But this is the associated file for it. I believe this one was a Workspace, so maybe that wasn't a good idea to use that one. Let's try another. That's not one of the Academy Weekend projects. Just to make it a little easier, here we've got a tutorial for this. This is a layered mandala rose. And again, she has a wide variety of not just 3D projects, but 2D as well, cards and such. So she has a video that goes along with this. You can see there. And you can get the free design just clicking there. And she also has photo and written instructions on this. Now this is for a veneer earring. And you can subscribe to her newsletter if you like as well and get notifications. So that is Jennifer Maker. And she is Sarah. This is Sarah's website, Craft with Sarah. Again, just register and you too will get a key or a password into her resource library. And she has free SVGs. You can see here, just click on there, and you'll see that her files include 3D layered mandala SVGs, Cricut craft projects. Again, don't worry that it says Cricut, and SVGs for vinyl cutting as well. So does Jennifer. She has a lot of vinyl cutting. Now with this site, as well as with Jennifer's site, you will find a lot of ads, but don't let that put you off. It can be a bit annoying, I know, but if you want, for example, to download this tutorial for the mandala coffee and tea files, read the tutorial, and again, in some cases, there will be videos or written instructions. So if we click on that, we've got to let some of these ads sort of filter through, and then should be able to get into here. And here we have a very, very pretty set of coffee and tea images with the mandala. So you can get the free cutting file by downloading here. You log in. I'm not going to go down any further because it has my information on there, but it's pretty simple and very easy to navigate. So there again is Craft with Sarah. And just take out Cricut and replace that with ScanNCut. Next, we have Birds Cards. Now, Birds Cards also has free SVG cut files, although you can buy some of her files as well. And these, as you can see, have been grouped into various categories. Now, I've used quite a few of her files. I've used some of the image SVGs, for example. I can show you some of those. She doesn't use a lot of cards and other projects that she and her design team have made. So that's very nice to see how these are used. These are the rolled flowers. I've used those before. You'll see that these are a 3D flower. You can see there how where they're rolled, and then just use a bit of glue, some hot glue on the bottom, and it creates that 3D look. I've also used this, which I created a card very similar to the one you see here. And again, she has a lot of different type of SVG files that are free, including many background SVGs, which can be very handy indeed. I'll just show you a couple of those. Here's the first bundle. You can see the rose and the shells, the diamonds and the circles. You just cut that out and make a complete background for your cards. There's another. And there's another as well. So that's just to give you an idea of what you can find at Bird Cards. And they're very good files indeed. I've used them quite a lot. Next is Monica's Creative Room. Now, Monica is in Sweden, and she hasn't updated a lot of her cutting files as of late, but they're just as good, years later. So to find her cutting files, you go here, and you can see she's grouped them into categories like you see here: cards, gatefold cards. She has a lot of very, what I would call fancy cards that are, in some cases, quite intricate, as you can see some of these. Very pretty though. And I've used quite a few of her files as well. She has 3D models if you're into your 3D projects. And these include, as I'll show you here, houses and gazebos. She even has a castle. There is also a, let's see if I can find that. I know she has a Ferris wheel in here somewhere. I can find it. There it is, fairground. Right? And you can use that, of course, in a card. And it's not a 3D sort of project, but in a way it is kind of 3D, but it's not like a workable one. It would just be for that. And of course, you can always donate to Monica. She does some beautiful work, and I'm sure she would appreciate it. Next, we have Miss Mandy. Now, Miss Mandy, her pulled up here. Her designs. Now, these are free for personal use, and then if you want to use them for commercial use, she has instructions on how to do that. She has some really nice files. They're very good. She has printables and cut files. And for those of you who are using these, just as you see here, for personal use, you could use her Harry Potter and her Disney files as well, but they are, as I said, only for personal use. She has a newsletter that you can sign up for, in which case she will send you an email when she releases a new project or a new file. See some of the 3D projects here. This would be very good for the Jubilee, which is coming up very soon. And we've got the double-decker bus. I think I'm going to have to download that and try that one myself. So there we have Miss Mandy. Next we have Apex SVG. Now this is actually started as an embroidery site. They do still do embroidery, and you can get free embroidery files, but they do have free SVG files as well, many of which would be good for your vinyl projects. Okay? And as you can see here, you can actually search for what you're looking for. But like here are some leaves. We've got some sentiments here that could be cut out in paper or card or in vinyl. These are very pretty little birds here. And I think there are quite a few pages of these. I think there are probably, I think there's 4 pages of these, but several on each page, of course. Let's look at these spiders here. Be very handy at Halloween. They even give you some suggestions about making a monogram around them as well. So here it tells you what you get with Cuttable. They work with Cricut Design Space, shortcuts a lot, Make the Cut, of course, Inkscape, CorelDRAW, Adobe Illustrator, and other software, which does include Canvas Workspace. And that is Apex. Next, we have SVG Cards. I used to use this quite a lot. They haven't loaded a lot of new free designs lately, but nevertheless, there are quite a few. And many of them include either written or with photograph instructions, or in some cases, even a video. I used this, for example, very recently to make something for a friend in the form of a family tree. That's what I turned it into, a family tree. And I just took all the leaves off of it and left the branches. So you can see here, you can download it immediately. You don't need to even have an account with them, unless of course you're going to be purchasing. Right, so SVG files, and I'll just scroll through a few of the other things that they have. Now I think they do have sometimes printables as well. You can see you've got some boxes in here. There's I believe that's a printable there, which would be handy for Valentine's Day. And then of course you have things like your motorcycle rider. I guess that's one of those off-road bikes, isn't it? For competitions. Got Christmas here. Got the spider web. I think I might have used this spider web at some point. It's really a good one. Nice, clean cuts in that. I can get this to scroll down a bit. There we are. And you can see that used on a card there. So it is designed initially to be 11 inches wide. So that is quite nice. But of course you can just resize that how you like. So SVG Cards, and I would just check every once in a while to see if they've uploaded anything new. I believe you can sign up for their newsletter as well. This is really good too. Here they have a lot of information on how to cut SVG files. Handy tips for those of you who might be new to cutting out SVG files. Next, I have a site that is boxes, essentially, all kinds of boxes. There's a site out of the Netherlands called Template Maker. Now, it isn't just limited to SVG files. You can also download most of these, as you can see, like here, under Options, as PDFs. They also have it already set up for the Cricut. You could just bring it in as an image, such as a PNG or JPEG, but then you also have, of course, SVG files, both the SVG just on its own, and then the perforated SVG, which has the fold lines as perforated cut lines. And you can, of course, change any of the sizes. You can change the number of sizes that you want. You could change the glue flap size. You'll see that it's changing that for you there. So you can get many useful boxes from this site, like this gift box here. It's a really handy one for quite a lot of different uses, as you see here. And of course you can use millimeters, centimeters, or inches. So there is our penultimate website, and the final one is going to be Creative Fabrica. Now, Creative Fabrica I mostly use for graphics and fonts, and I have also signed up for daily gifts. So each day I get to download 2 free files if I want them. Like this one, for example, has a free monogram font and a graphic file here for jungle safari animals. If you're just looking for free SVG files, you look under freebies, you can just click here and you'll see a lot, and I mean a lot, of SVGs. Individual artists will load their files and offer them free of charge. This is a very popular one for Christmas time. If I just click on that, you'll see here, in this case, the copyright holder has allowed this to be used for commercial purposes, and also includes a basic print on demand. Now, you will need to look at the fine print on this website for a further explanation about the print on demand. You usually, what you have to do is, you couldn't just send or cut this out as it is and sell it, right? You could, even cut it out, just download it to sell it on to someone else without making some sort of change to it. So that is what the basic is usually. So if I put, let's say, a big winter moon or a sun or something like that in the back of this truck, behind it, then that would have transformed it. And so then you could use the file. Or if you just want to use it for your own projects, then you're free to do that as well. So let's just look at a few more SVG files that are available in Creative Fabrica. You will find an awful lot of these sentiments or words that you could use not only to cut out in card and paper, but in vinyl. So if you're making t-shirts or bags, that sort of thing. Got another tree of life there. Got a Zentangle wolf. You can see this creator here has uploaded quite a few of their designs for you to use. This is really cute, the Be Happy. I like that one very much. This would be nice for a brand new baby. So that is Creative Fabrica, and all you need to do is set up an account, and they do keep your files for you, so you don't even have to actually download them onto your device. They'll just remain in your account. It doesn't matter that they're free files. That then is the end of the 11 websites where you can find free SVG files to import into Canvas Workspace and cut out on your ScanNCut. By no means is this an exhaustive list. It's just a selection of websites that I use on a regular basis. And I thought I'd share them with you so that you too could take some of these files and incorporate them into your own projects, and maybe add them to files that you yourself have created. And hopefully you'll learn something as you go along. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. And if you're not, please consider doing so today. Please remember that every thumbs up, thumbs down, comment left, or sharing of this video or any of my videos helps to promote my channel, and quite frankly keeps me motivated to keep making these videos and sharing my crafting world with you. Thank you so much for your support. I hope to see you again very soon, and in the meantime, please stay safe and crafty hugs. Bye.